Thank you very much for having me this morning. I'll only be a few minutes because I have a very simple message. It's a message of hope in what can seem like unhopeful times out there, in politics and in the world. I'm not a politician. This time last year, I was working for the charity Save the Children. I worked there for 5 years, and the reason I was there, we were working around the world to get education for children who were missing out on school. I worked out in Congo, in Uganda, in Côte d'Ivoire, in Indonesia. And when we started the campaign 5 years ago to get education for millions of children in some of the poorest, most war-torn parts of the world, people said, "You'll never do it. It's not possible. It's too difficult." What I learned was that by working together with people all around the world, my job was to get people from lots of different countries around the world working together, we could make a positive change. So I'm not a politician, because I'm not against anybody else. I'm about bringing people together to make positive change. I'm from Luton, born and bred. I grew up here, I live here. It's your town and it's my town as well. We share this place together and we share whatever challenges there are, we share them together. I see many good people in this town. I see many, many good people. But I also see that we are at times divided or fragmented as a community when we should be together more. I see many young people who are worried about their future. We know that young people are our future, but they're also our present. They are today. They're what's happening today. And I see a lot of young people worried about today, and parents, adults worried about them too. I see, and I know you see, many challenges in society. We hear every day in the news about our economy, about the need for more jobs. We hear about cuts and the need to protect the most vulnerable people. So it's not the most hopeful times out there, but I am hopeful. What I want to do is simple but ambitious. I would like to be your MP because I would like to help unite Luton, to bring the people of Luton together. I would like to do that by helping us invest in symbols of pride in our community. It's things like the derelict buildings that we see all over town, in every neighbourhood, in our town centre, the old ABC cinema, I'm sure you see it. I want to turn that into a venue for arts, for music, for performance. It's about these derelict buildings we see in every neighbourhood, which I think we should be turning into community centres. We should be involving young people in making them into youth projects. It's also about supporting the really rich culture that we have in Luton. And some great examples. We've got fantastic music this morning. We must be supporting that. I want to inspire young people and support education in every way that I can. I've been inspired by what I've done around the world. My father has been a teacher in Luton for the last 40 years. And I want to support schools. I want to bring our children together across different schools from an early age, get them working in community projects so that they're involved in the community from an early age. At a time when we're talking about cutting our universities, I will fight for support for our universities so that every child, every young person growing up, every adult gets the chances of education. Ultimately, I believe in a more equal and more supportive society. We have the biggest divide between rich and poor in our society that we've had for decades. And I would work to change that, to improve that. I'm one man, I can't do it on my own. But that's what I would work for, so that we are protecting public services, particularly for vulnerable groups in society, our elderly. Those unpopular services, things like mental health care, that we know ultimately help many, many people. That's what I would be standing up for. And if that means that we ask the banks, dare I say it, to contribute a little more, if it means perhaps some of the wealthier in society have to contribute a little more, I would stand up for the more vulnerable in society. There was a very powerful word that I heard here today, audacity. I've had the audacity to come along as a reasonably young man, 30. And to stand as an independent candidate. I'm not with any party. I'm not asking you to endorse any party. I am accountable only to you and to the other people of Luton. I would only be working for you. There are many things I want to do, as I say, to support our community. But I can't do those on my own. I can only do them by working together with you and with the other people of Luton. So that's what I would like to do. It's very, very simple. My name is Joe Hall. I will leave some of these maps on the way out if you want to find out more about me. I have a campaign slogan, and we all hate political slogans, but I have one. It's I believe in Luton because I grew up here and I see it's a good place with an enormous amount of potential that is not being fulfilled at the moment. I also say the future's in us. Because I believe that. I believe it's in all of us working together. I think we can make this an even better town than it is today. My phone number's on here. My email address is on here. My website is on here. Please do get in touch. I'm Joe Hall. I'm here for you. Thank you very much for your time.